Competitive markets, problematic supply chains, and a lack of government incentives are some of the reasons why Mexican electric vehicles are struggling. But why is Mexico not able to come up with a solution to promote electric vehicles in the country? I mean, when there's a problem, there's always a solution. So where is the missing piece in the puzzle? Let's dive in and understand the entire story in detail, covering the different challenges, competition, and possible solutions. The thing is, Mexico has been trying hard to make electric vehicles a success, but it's not as simple as flipping a switch. Over the years, there have been several efforts to assemble electric vehicles, yet challenges like scaling up production, securing supply chains, and staying competitive in the market have held things back. These hurdles are now making it tricky to move forward with exciting new projects like the Taruk bus, which means roadrunner in the Yaqui language, and the lightweight Olinea car, whose name means movement in Nahuatl. Both projects are meant to lean on Mexico's long history of making vehicles and the growing interest in electric transportation. We'll get back to these two projects later in this video. First, let's see what the president and the experts have to say on this. Earlier this year, in January, President Claudia Sheinbaum officially announced the state production plan for these vehicles, signaling a big step forward. However, making these dreams a reality will require solving some tough problems in how cars are made and how resources are managed. Many experts have shared their thoughts on Mexico's ambitious journey into electric vehicles, offering both praise and caution. They pointed out that while this initiative is a bold and exciting step, the country faces big challenges with technology, regulations, and infrastructure. This is especially important because transportation in Mexico is responsible for nearly 1/3 of all harmful emissions. Yes, you heard that right. Cleaning up this sector could make a huge difference for the health of people living in cities. However, catching up with electric vehicle leaders like China won't be easy. According to Gustavo Jimenez, who leads Grupo eMobilitas, a company that works on electric mobility solutions, countries in Asia, especially China, are far ahead. He says their technology is about 15 years more advanced than Mexico's. Jimenez also mentioned that the Mexican government hasn't given enough support to this industry, which needs a lot of help to grow. He believes that if Mexico wants to compete in the electric car market, it needs to make big investments. If we look at the current projects, the department seems to have mixed success. On the one hand, the development of the Taruk bus is moving forward quickly and shows promise for Mexico's electric vehicle future. On the other hand, the Olinea car still doesn't have a clear plan, leaving people wondering about its future. This uncertainty comes at a tricky time for the industry. US President Donald Trump has threatened to slap extra tariffs on vehicles made in Mexico, which could seriously hurt the market. I've made a detailed video on this topic already, so make sure to check that out. The link will be in the description. So, to make things even tougher, plans to build EV factories by US-based Tesla and China's Build Your Dreams, or BYD, have been put on pause. BYD in particular is struggling because of tariffs on Asian products entering the US market. Here, let me tell you that in 2024, an exciting step was taken with the creation of prototypes for a Mexican electric bus. This was part of an ambitious project called Development of a Mexican Electric Public Transport Bus, and study for the implementation of electromobility in cities to boost the country's lithium value chain. This might sound like a mouthful, but the goal is amazing. It's all about making cities cleaner and taking advantage of Mexico's rich lithium resources. The project is being led by the new Secretariat of Science, Humanities, Technologies, and Innovation, along with private Mexican companies Dina and Megaflux. These companies already have experience building electric buses and trucks, making them perfect partners for shaping Mexico's electric vehicle future. So, what has been done so far? The Electric Bus Initiative, launched in 2023 with a budget of approximately $900,000, has laid the groundwork for a greener and more sustainable transportation future in Mexico. This effort focuses on fostering the development of Mexican-made electric buses equipped with indigenous technology. The initiative supports the growth of this emerging sector and also addresses the pressing need to reduce transportation-related pollution in urban areas. For example, the Taruk model is set to be assembled in the state of Hidalgo, located near Mexico City. The Taruk benefits from an existing production platform, allowing for smoother integration into the manufacturing process. With a projected weight of 12.5 tons, This bus is built with efficiency in mind, offering a battery discharge rate of around 90% and an impressive range of 180 to 361 kilometers. These features make it an excellent choice for urban environments, where reliability and performance are key. To understand the importance of this development, it's helpful to compare it to other electric buses introduced in the country. For example, the 50 buses launched by the capital's government in October 2024, imported from the Chinese brand Yutong, boast a range of 300 kilometers or 186 miles. Now, if we talk about the competition, Olinia Cars is setting its sights on the future, with an assembly plant planned for the state of Puebla, which borders Mexico City. With a budget of $1.22 million, these vehicles are designed for short trips and come with an affordable price range of just $4,383 to $7,300. They're expected to roll out to the market by 2026, and their appeal lies in their practicality and cost-effectiveness for everyday use. Comparatively, Tesla shows a heavier financial footprint, planning to invest a whopping $5 billion in a new assembly plant, slated to launch operations by 2025. Meanwhile, the Olinia models, developed in collaboration with institutions like the National Polytechnic Institute and the Mexican Institute of Technology, are still working through their detailed development plans for 3 vehicles, including a small van. Interestingly, Mexico, as the 7th largest producer of light vehicles and the 3rd largest exporter in the world, currently does not provide subsidies to push the adoption of electric vehicles. However, experts like Leticia Jimenez from the International Council on Clean Transportation believe there's a growing recognition within the government regarding the chance to tap into a valuable supply chain and grow economies of scale. She said, "This is a great opportunity for Mexico to transform its automotive industry, develop manufacturing capabilities to produce vehicles with higher national content. This value addition is a great opportunity to integrate further into the supply chain." Next, we have the perspective of Victor Alvarado, an independent consultant, who highlights the close connection between transportation and energy generation in Mexico, which is largely powered by fossil fuels. He explains that while the concept of electromobility is growing, its full potential has yet to be realized, as much of the transportation sector's electrification still depends on traditional energy sources. Without a stronger push toward adopting electric vehicles, emissions from transportation will continue to be a challenge. The market for electric and hybrid vehicles is rapidly expanding in Mexico, showcasing exciting growth in recent years. For example, electric vehicle sales surged by 71% in 2024 compared to the previous year, and hybrid vehicle sales saw a 66% jump as well. These figures reflect a growing interest among the population in more sustainable transportation options. However, competition in the market is fierce, with brands from the US, Europe, and China making headlines since 2023. At the same time, electric mobility is advancing in Mexico within a tricky legal landscape. While laws like the General Law on Mobility and Road Safety encourage sustainability, the country still lacks specific regulations or strategies for supporting electric mobility. Even though Mexico has valuable lithium deposits, critical for batteries, experts raise concerns about the environmental and economic challenges of exploiting these resources. More recently, Mexico has taken big steps to promote electromobility with the launch of the National Strategy for Industrialization and Shared Prosperity, known as Plan Mexico. Announced in January, this strategy includes 10 ambitious projects aimed at enhancing public transportation across 10 states. While we don't know the budget, experts agree that effective regulations will be crucial for success. For example, energy sources, infrastructure development, vehicle safety, and consumer protection all need to be addressed comprehensively to ensure a smooth transition. Experts like Jimenez believe that partnerships between the government and Mexican companies are essential, especially in the realm of public transportation. Focusing on modernizing fleets and leveraging local production could not only reduce environmental impact, but also drive industrial growth and create more efficient transportation systems for everyone. However, Pineda warns that delays in implementing these projects could lead to higher costs down the road. He stresses the pressing need for government commitment to provide clear guidelines and support for investments, ensuring that these bold initiatives don't stall out as experimental pilots. So, this was everything about Mexico's electric vehicle market and its struggles to grow sustainably while competing globally. As the country works to balance economic growth and environmental sustainability, it will be exciting to see how these developments unfold in the coming years. Let us know in the comments what you think about Mexico's electric vehicle industry and its potential for growth. Do you believe the government should offer more incentives or regulations to promote the adoption of electric vehicles? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up to show us some support. And don't forget to subscribe because we'll be bringing you the latest updates on the automotive industry and much more. Goodbye.